have them in a house with people that do drugs.
No. I was actually going to be at their house. And
so they're going to go to a house that they don't even want to go to.
It don't matter. I have rights.
And I have rights too as a mom.
No, it's okay.
CUNA PD already told me I can do what I need.
I'm calling the cops. You're breaking the law. I've already pressed charges.
Go for it.
I am, and I will.
Go for it, because I'm protecting them.
Okay.
They're both hysterically crying in there. They're afraid of you.
Okay.
Would you like to see it for yourself?
I'm pretty sure I'm fucking brainwashed. No, you've had him for a month. Won't let me see it.
I sat there, even
care.
with your mom here. I sat there and told him, you want to go? Go. And I turned around and walked away. And I even told them today, if you want to go, that's fine. And they're like, no, we don't want to. I even told them today, if you want to go, that's fine. And they're like, no, we don't want to. They saw you pulling in, they started crying. And when I turned around to come back and have this conversation, they still sat there and cried. Screaming, crying. So how is it fair to them by making them do something they don't want to do? Okay, but something's got to do differently here.
How can I do anything different if I can't?
Something needs to be done different.
I don't care. I'm calling the police.
Fine, let them come.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I left the lights on.
You have to go into this and the next.
What's the address?
I don't know. Then you want a thumbnail.
It's just sad. They are crying.
Okay.
Would you like to see Doug?
Then you gotta rotate.
Come over and look at this, please.
Chris,
I'll come over and
Debbie, when you start brainwashing them, tell them all sorts of
I
shit.
haven't done.
It's funny. Laney always wanted to come see me.
The other way.
You see, there's no need to wonder where your God
I'm
is.
not gonna
Because he's right here. And he's fresh out of mercy.
Now, I want you two to look right here at Papa and tell him. Would you tell me? Because they're afraid to. They are afraid that somebody's going to pick them up and put them in the car.
Hey, Alicia, if I wanted to pick you up and put you in the car, I could do that. I'm not doing that. You see that? Okay. What? Daddy's gonna spank you when you get there.
Why? Why would they think that?
Because he
He
spanks.
doesn't spank them much.
Do you think?
Obviously, something's going on here,
What, do you-
William.
First of all, I know for a fact that you spank them too.
I don't spank them.
Really, I've seen you.
I took a parenting class about 3 months ago, and my parenting style has changed. I have not picked up
And
and
Jeremy
spanked
hasn't-
at all.
I don't believe that.
Ask him. Ask him
I can
yourself.
I can ask them all.
Your parenting style's changed in the last 3 weeks, right?
Months.
3 months.
I've been working on different parenting style.
Okay.
I don't spank them that much.
What? I think
But
the
when
last
you
time
do
you spanked
spank,
them a while ago.
It hurts.
What spanking is supposed to hurt? No shit.
Not leave red finger marks on their butts.
I've never seen that.
With the fucking pillow and tell them they're good kids.
So spanking and leaving welts on them is okay.
He didn't leave welts, and I.
Perfect. That's on video.
Hold on, I've never
Because
seen-
that is abuse here in Idaho.
That's actually not. We've talked to CPS about that.
So have I. She sat in my house for almost 2 hours.
Can we take this over there?
Yeah.
Shot did CPS. She said as long as it's not there for 15 minutes, it's not against the law.
We need to take this out of the kitchen.
Yes.
Here.
I'm not going to force them to get in the car
Fine,
and
you're breaking the
go.
law. You're breaking the law. It's fine.
By forcing them to do something they don't want to
Yes.
do?
That's
No.
that's breaking.
I'm pretty sure you're forced to pay for rent. Pretty sure you're forced
And
to pay
I already
for
talked to
gas.
CUNA PD.
So have
They
we.
are not going to come here and pick them up and force them in your
Nope.
car.
Correct.
You'll make a report, which I will use against you in court.
So what? Because
what?
I've already got a report.
Good for you. I will have one too. This is
Okay.
3 times you've broken the law.
By not forcing them
Yes.
to do it.
It's 'cause
How is that my fault?
It's called a custodial agreement.
Because
I
I
had a
am
court
not
order.
putting them over
I
my
had a-
shoulder
I
and
had a-
forcing them into the car.
Yes, I'd like to have an officer dispatch, please. What's the address here?
942
942
West Hawaii.
West Hawaii. Thank you. I'd just like to have a report made of my baby's mom not letting me take my children for a custodial agreement. So I just want a report made.
An officer can come out.
Correct. And I have the custodial agreement on me. Jeremy Jones. Uh, 208-963-2510. Yes. 2 children. 2 children. 987. We're in a yellow
Ford
Ford
Escape.
Escape.
Tell him to come all the way to the end.
Okay, we'll be outside. All right, thank you. Bye.
You should have told him to come down to the end because most times they just go out there to the road.
We can wave
They
him.
don't come down here.
They'll see us out there.
Well, that's true. They will.
Anyway, you can give them a signal to see us.
It's me. It's me.
Something's got to change here.
I can't change anything if I don't see my kids.
And she's right. Something needs to change. And that's
You're afraid.
Of what?
You.
Of what?
Would you like me to name off the stuff that she told the counselor, the reason why the counselor called CPS?
It's
Yes.
funny because when I talked to counselor, she said none of that happened. I
She's-
went to the office and
You know
talked to her.
why? Because that little girl in there asked her not to tell you.
They can't do that legally.
Actually, it is.
No.
Because it's with her and her counselor.
Actually, I'm a parent and I have
It
rights
doesn't.
to.
I
no.
can't even know what was wrote
That's
down
not-
unless
no,
Lacey
that's not
says
accurate.
that is how it is. Because that's I've been to every counselor's
Then what's the
appointment.
point of a parent or guardian? Why do you have to sign things if the kid can't talk about it? That's the point of a
Right
parent or
now,
guardian.
because it's in investigation, it can't be talked about.
Investigation for what?
Abuse.
There's no abuse.
Not according to them girls.
If you remember correctly, Gail said you didn't feed him to the school counselor.
That was
you
never
told-
said.
That
you told me
was.
that.
No. What was said was they didn't have snacks on one day, so that they
Not
told
what
the
you told me.
teacher they didn't have
Not what you told me.
snacks.
What you told me was you told me yourself that the school told Alicia told her counselor that you were not feeding her. You told me that at the beginning of the school year.
It was about snack time after school, and I wasn't doing snack time after school
Doesn't
because
matter.
then they wouldn't eat dinner.
It doesn't matter. I don't
So-
care what you're saying now. I know what you told me then.
Well, that's fine, but I'm
right
not
now-
going to force them to do
It's
something
all
they
right.
don't
You're
want
breaking
to
the.
do.
It's all right. You're breaking the law
How is it breaking the
because
law?
we have a court order for a parenting agreement that you are breaking by a judge saying that I get the children. I have it in the
But-
car. There is no buts. There's a court order by a judge.
No. That's not how this works.
Exactly how this works.
So you're gonna take them and put them over your shoulder, kicking and screaming and deathly
No.
afraid of you.
I'm not going to do anything
So then why the fuck are you pressing charges then?
because you're breaking the law.
But you're not gonna do it.
I will get them. Will you let me get them?
You're not gonna
because
go?
because
They don't have a right
him
to.
putting himself in a
That doesn't-
position.
It
No,
does matter.
no.
The kids can't make that decision until they're 13 by law.
So since how they're scared and they don't want to go, you're gonna force them and you're gonna give them PTSD
hold on, I
because
have-
you're traumatizing
I am
them.
not doing any of that. How do I know what you told them saying I'm going to spank them as soon as I get them? I don't know what you told them.
Because,
Why would they even think that he's just going to spank them as soon as they get home?
because
why?
what
why
I've been told is if they do something here that you don't like, you drive out the driveway, you pull over and you spank them whenever
What?
they do
That
something
has
wrong.
never happened.
when?
That has never ever
You've
happened.
told me yourself that you have spanked them
I've
over
spanked-
certain things.
Hold on, I
Yes,
told them I
over-
spanked them. Yes, it's called parenting and discipline.
Okay.
That's what
But
that's
you
what
take
do.
it too far.
Can I ask a question? When have you been down here and picked them up by yourself?
I've done it quite a few times.
Quite a few times? When? How long
Mostly
ago?
the summer.
Yeah, I was
This
gonna say
summer?
mostly the summer.
This
Okay,
summer,
The thing is, I took. Hold on, you know what I did? I
when they
took-
didn't have a problem with it at all, at that point in time,
Yeah,
they
they
didn't
never
care
had a
about it.
problem.
You know, they've told me several times that they can't tell me what happens at your house because you and Crystal tell them that
That's-
they can't tell me.
That's funny because you're always making accusations against Crystal about what they're saying.
Well, when they're
how are they
saying
not talking to
stuff
them?
and I'm sitting there telling it to you
Yeah, when-
to
when-
talk about,
I'm saying
that's
they don't-
making accusations.
Can I make a
I'm
point
saying-
though? In the parenting agreement, it states that the parent is not supposed, you're not supposed to ask what happens at Debbie's house, because we don't, and you're not
And
supposed to
I
ask.
don't ask what happens. I just asked, did you guys have fun?
That's why I
Okay,
asked.
That's it.
And that's fine.
That's
I'm
all I
just-
asked. I don't.
But when they come to me and say, Mom, something happened and I'm really upset about it, but I can't tell you. And it's like, if you don't want to tell me, that's fine. I'm not going to make you talk. You know, but if you need something off your chest, you can come to me, you, Dad, Mama, it doesn't matter. If you need to talk to somebody, talk to somebody.
I've always told them that they can. I have never once said they cannot tell you anything. Ever.
Okay, well, let's say it like this. If maybe something didn't happen with you guys, per se, like you guys did something, or you did something, maybe something happened around you,
I'd hope they tell me.
and
I'd hope.
it hasn't been but the last couple of weeks that they've actually opened up and started talking about certain things that happened at school that I had no idea that was happening.
And I get that. And I've always told them if they want to talk
But
to me,
they're
they can talk.
scared.
Why?
I don't know. And that's one of the reasons
Okay,
why
so
I wanted to
hold
put her
on.
in counseling.
So what's your end game here? I'm not taking my kids for about a month now. Is your end game for me just not have any custody at all? Because I
That's
can't
not
change.
what I'm going
Hold on, but
for.
that's exactly what you're doing.
No, it's not.
Am I taking my kids? How long has it been since I've had my kids?
It's not my
Hold on,
fault
the-
that they're scared of you.
but
How
one
is that
second.
my
So,
fault?
question.
What I'm saying is, where's the
What
stop?
happened if these roles were reversed? Say they were
If
scared
they
of
didn't
you.
want to go, I wouldn't.
No,
make
no, no,
them
say-
go.
You
They
really
would have
did.
to. They have
When
to.
I was with Dawn and we were over here, there was times they didn't want to go, and you were there, and they said, "I don't want to go," and I said, "No, you need to go spend time with your mother." When you're staying at
How
Jeremy's
many
house.
times do I tell them that Dad would like to
Hold on,
spend
but
time with them too?
Well, hold on.
She has not. Okay, listen here. Listen here. She has not once told them. You tell your dad that you don't have to go.
No,
you
that
don't want to go.
wanna
You don't. That you don't want to go. You don't.
It's not me
She's never-
telling
she-
it.
she's
I'm
not-
telling them to tell
The
you.
counselor. The counselor.
The counselor has no legal rights.
The counselor does
No,
have
the
some
legal-
No,
rights.
the
No.
counselor doesn't have legal rights.
Well, the counselor.
When it comes to
No.
when it
No,
comes
all
to
the
that.
counselor does is talk to them and lets her have a safe place to get her feelings out.
In fact-
That's all it is.
In fact, the information she gave is actually a violation of the law. When she said that you got to send the girls, our court order says.
No,
I
no,
get-
no. It was recommended.
Okay, she recommended it because you followed
And
what
it
hold on.
said-
You followed that. You said I am not going to do it, which means you enforced her recommendation.
No,
That is
all
a
I said
violation
was
of our
I
court order.
wasn't going to force them to go because it was recommended by the counselor. You sat there
What?
in the mediator's office and said you will work with whatever the counselor
That's-
said.
You're right, and I've been working with it. Hold on. What have I been
No,
told?
you haven't.
Hold on.
You've been bitching at me every fucking weekend because they're scared of you
Hold on.
to even go.
What have you told me about the counselor?
Nothing, because I
Exactly.
don't know nothing.
All I know.
I know nothing. I'm waiting for the paperwork to go through so I can get a copy of it all. That's what I'm waiting for.
Either
But wait, I thought
Unless
I
you
thought you
can
couldn't.
get a copy of
I
it.
thought you couldn't get a copy of it.
I have to submit paperwork for it, and it has to be so many days.
So he can do that too. So
He can do that too.
so
well, no,
you're-
because
you're-
I put him on the paperwork with it.
so
I put his name with mine so we could get the paperwork.
So
Okay.
I turned my letter over to my lawyer and told him to get a hold of the counselor. So,
Well,
but so
I'm not
I
blaming
just
you.
want to point
I'm
out that
not blaming
doesn't
you.
negate your previous statement of you are not allowed to know whatsoever.
if I have to submit paperwork to get the report from her. And since how it's only been, yesterday was the third one, there's actually going to be a report now because it's more than one time.
and that being said, last weekend, Lainey told my mom when she was here, the only reason she didn't want to go is because she wanted to play with her friends.
No,
That's what my mother told me.
because she's scared to say anything that she's scared of you. How many times have they said that?
They are scared.
You
of me.
can ask any of these neighbors,
Okay,
anybody
hold on.
around.
They weren't scared of
They
me until
told me.
recently.
They
No,
were.
they've always been scared.
It's been told.
But
it's been
Lainey
told that
says-
you have.
No, hold on. You know why Lainey goes? Well, why Lainey did go the last time? Because she was trying to make you happy. She didn't want to get spanked for not going because Lisa gets spanked for not going.
I have
No,
never spanked
when
Lainey
has she
for not
ever
going.
been spanked? What if she hasn't gone? How have
I
we
spanked
spanked her?
They say that you stopped
When
right
the
over
No,
there,
that's
over, and you
That's-
spanked
First
them
of all,
because they
that's
said
a lie. And I'll
that.
tell the girls are lying and stop lying because that is not true. The only place I've ever stopped leaving here is at the gas station to get gas and pops for them. That's the only place I've ever stopped in this town.
Then
when
why
I'm
would they
leaving.
say
Then
that?
why would they say that?
I don't know.
Maybe
They're kids.
It might be that they're scared of they might get in trouble for lying.
How many times have kids said they've never gotten candy and they clearly did?
But why would all of a sudden it just start happening?
One, because of snowball effect. They told a lie, now it's snowballing, and now they're scared of getting
But
in trouble.
every week I tell them, if you want to go, you can go. It doesn't bother me if you go.
All I know is it never started until recently.
Exactly my point.
But
Nothing's
this is
happened recently.
consistent.
This has been consistent
This
for
is
almost
more
6 weeks
than-
now.
This is more than before.
And it doesn't help that you sat there in the house and told Lacey, fine, don't spend time with me, and you pushed her away. That's what started that snowball effect.
And you're right, and that was a bad decision on my part. Hold on,
it
I was
was.
trying to show her that she was upsetting me, and I wanted to spend
That's
time
not
with
the
her.
way you do
You're
it.
right, I did a wrong one. You're right, I made a bad choice. You're right, and I agree. I made the wrong choice. It happens. I'm human.
That's why
make-
I said something needs to change because
You're
she's
right.
basing it off of that.
And I've tried to talk
And
to her
believe me,
3 or 4
after
times.
you told me that, I had a long talk with Jeremy
Hold
about
on,
it.
You know how many nightmares and how many bad dreams that I've had to do because of that
Well,
night?
you
Because
were-
of that
because-
case?
I'm not sure
Well,
if that's.
Because she didn't want to go because she had homework to do.
That
She
was the
had
point.
like
She told me she wanted to play with her
She
friends.
has a
Oh, no,
constant
no,
something
she had-
going on in her head.
no, she had homework to do. She had a book report to do. She had spelling words to catch up on, and then writing some story for
And
class.
she
and
knows
it was
that-
due Monday.
And she knows that she could do that there too, and that will help her.
Well, at that point, I was trying to
She
do it
knows
to where
that will
all
help
of
her.
her homework was done before she went to Dad's. That way, she could go and have the fun with Dad because it's
So
you.
she was
Stay at the
worried.
house.
So she was worried about not getting that done then.
Yes.
So she was
And
scared. So she was scared that she wouldn't get that done.
Well, she wanted to get it done, and she's like, "I need to get this done." I was like, "Well, then you need to take it up with your dad."
Then why was she scared that she wouldn't get that done?
Because down there, she wants to play. She doesn't want to have to do homework.
Okay.
So that's why every week I make sure the homework's done before anybody shows up. That way, when she does get to go, she doesn't have to sit down and write spelling words. She doesn't have to sit around and read and watch the other two play and have fun.
As opposed to here, where she has to sit down and
Yes.
not watch,
No
the other
TV,
kids have fun.
no outside playing, no riding bikes,
So-
no
so
nothing
she-
till
It's
homework's
homework,
done.
it's work, it's
So-
No,
fun.
I'm just trying to understand this. So she would rather stay here and not watch anybody play versus go there and watch everybody play.
I don't understand her logic, but that's what she had said, and I guess she told you
I
she
don't
wanted to play
understand
with
the
friends.
question.
So
She told me
you're
it
saying
was
that
because of homework.
she wanted to stay here so she could do her homework instead of going there and watching everybody play,
And then you're really
versus staying here and doing homework and
Every
not.
time she's gotten homework over there, the homework's never been done.
No, because I've not
That-
sent homework over there.
Yeah.
We, a few
You-
times
No,
there has
I've
been.
not.
She's told me the
But
last
reading,
time.
reading is the only thing I ask for them
And I
to do
made
on
them
the
sit down and read.
weekends.
And I
That
made
way
them
it
sit down.
helps her boost her reading levels up. That's why.
I sat down with her.
That's the only thing that I've sent. I've not sent anything else.
But apparently she's saying that she gets
She
her.
wanted.
Apparently she's
if
telling
I
him.
remember correctly, if she got those things done, like those book reports and stuff, then she got a prize.
Okay.
If
So-
I remember correctly.
Well, I'm just pointing out that apparently she's telling him that she does homework there and she's not
No, it was
allowed.
because of
Question
those whole
mark.
spelling words that me and you had talked about when you drove the silver car. I was gonna send
Oh,
those spelling words
You
down.
didn't find them.
They were in the trash. I threw them away when I picked paperwork up. So that's the only thing that I've ever asked him to do is reading, and it's only because that she is reading at a lower grade than where she should be, which she's not anymore.
That's good.
She's at A+. The only thing, C and language arts. Everything else
I'll
is
be
A's.
getting all that soon. I told my lawyer to get a hold of school for everything.
Well, I think she has, what are they called?
AEP.
No, the other thing. Report card. That's what it is. I think those came home today. Because Lainey had hers. So,
Yeah, I told my lawyer, I gave him the school's number and told him to get a hold of everything. So I'll
The
get
thing
all
is, Matt, the thing that we gotta get to the grits is we've even talked to the cops about this. If they don't want to go,
I
And
see a
they're
cop car.
literally
I wonder
not-
where he was at.
and they literally just don't want to go, and you're having to force them to go, we have every right to defend them.
Actually, no.
Actually,
we
yes.
do have every right. We can get a cop down here right
I got
now.
one
Look, there's
coming.
already one
You
coming.
want to get lippy?
Okay,
I got one coming.
all right. I am gonna get lippy.
Jeremy,
No.
Jeremy.
You understand me?
Both of you
Hey!
understand me.
Hey,
Both of you.
don't puff your chest up either.
Just chill out. This is not what we need to go. Jeremy, that was not necessary either.
Sorry. Don't
I
let
know, but
Besides, the point is he cares about them too. And he never gets an input on anything.
And,
I-
Because
I mean,
he's
well-
not dad.
No, actually, that's not true. I've been telling you for years to get his input. When I was with Dawn, I was saying his input matters.
Because it was told that he told me his input and I voiced his input.
Okay.
And then so when he does, and I do have to say he took it too far also. I'm not saying he didn't, but when he does say his input, it gets taken out of proportion and it causes an argument, causes a fight.
Well, on this
his
one,
his input just then, and both Jeremy and him, it started off too high.
The
It
point
It did, and I have to agree, he did. He
The
started
point
off
is-
too high.
The point is, it is against the law. The girls cannot make a legal choice like that until they're 13.
No, no, no.
No,
They-
that's the
no.
law.
That's not what he's saying. Jeremy.
No.
What he's saying.
What it's
is,
saying is if they're crying and they're screaming, crying, don't want to go, me, you, cops, It would be traumatizing to them. Are you seriously going to have your ego so high and traumatize
It's not
them?
about
It's not
ego.
about
It is about ego.
No, it's literally nothing.
Is
to
it
do-
not about ego
No,
here?
no, it's not.
It's-
I
Because you
spend time
want to
with my-
traumatize
No.
them for
No.
whatever's going on in their heads.
No, I want to spend
He
time with
wants
my
to
kids, and I
say
haven't
it's
seen them for a
great.
month.
You want to make sure it's
Well,
I
there's
wanna see my
something needs
children.
to be done.
How can I do something if I can't see them?
Call me and say, hey, can we go to the park? Can I come
So-
over and hang out with them?
so-
or can say,
So I
hey,
gotta be a visitor with my own children?
I'll drop them off at the park and you guys can
That's
do
not
that.
the point.
Something needs to be built here.
according to you, that would traumatize them. Them spending any alone time with their father, any time with
You're
their
right.
father
that was kind of
outside of
contradicting
you.
There. That's right.
So nothing can change other than the fact, here, you know what? You get full custody. Let me walk out of the picture. That's the only thing that can change.
So
this.
you're going to traumatize them.
No, but how am I supposed to
But
see
that's
them?
what you're trying to do.
No, I'm not. I want to spend time with my children. I want to see them. I want to give them hugs and kisses.
Well, I understand that, but they're scared.
Hold on. The only reason
I don't know of
Hold on.
what.
all I know is nothing has changed on my side for ever.
Well, maybe they're getting old enough to the age to where they understand that little things that's been happening is not fair. Madison gets to hit them and they can
That
go
is
back.
not
That is
true at all.
absolutely Not true.
Okay, so I have two children telling me at different times.
Exactly.
Yes,
two
that's what you
children.
were lying about
One
me
children.
spanking them on the end of the driveway here. So yes, they're lying.
She didn't specify. She said that it happened one time.
I can never, in my recollection, ever stop down there and spank them.
Well, maybe she's getting her times wrong. Like
Never
maybe
happened.
never
it
is-
happened
Time,
somewhere
never-
else.
Maybe another spanking, but I've never ever stopped on the
I
way
can't
home
think of
and
any
spanked
time that I've ever heard of or that I've been with that he has stopped on the side of the road to punish them.
them. I've threatened to.
I would also.
Well, maybe that's what it is.
Okay, so one. So because I threatened to spank them, I can't see my children?
No, that's not what I'm saying
That's
at
what
all.
they're saying.
They're scared for whatever reason.
One. And if,
I would like to also add that about Madison. Madison does not hit them. I think what has happened in the past.
You
is-
know that Melena came back with hand marks on her?
Let me finish. Because this might explain it. They all said, "Let's fight." Play fighting.
Maddie's
Okay.
actually very upset. We told her she can never play fight with them again.
And
But
that's
putting Melena in a corner at Francine's house and hitting her because Madison wants the remote.
when has that ever
Hold on,
happened?
I remember-
When you
hold-
guys were
hold-
out playing in the garage with your
hold on,
game.
hold on.
Okay, you realize there's adults in there at all times, right?
Oh yeah, a grown man that touched Lena's butt.
Hold on. And on
Sure.
on that aspect, do you realize I took it to every adult in that house?
It shouldn't have
Okay,
gone to
Jeremy,
the
Jeremy,
adults. It
bring
should
it
have
down,
gone to
bring
the
it down.
cops.
It did.
What am I going to do with the cops? Hold on. The story.
Oh no, yeah,
Is that
you're
a
right.
cop?
It did go to the
Is that
cops
cop?
because I called the cops.
Yes, you're right. Before I even knew about it. You called the cops before I was even aware of it. The cop got a hold of me.
Okay.
Hold on. So how am I supposed to take care of the situation if it's already in the cop's hands? You realize that story is very vague, and I told the cop the very same.
Because you
Hold on.
didn't do it.
You did it
How,
before I had a
how was he
chance.
supposed to have done it?
I did it 2 days after you came and told me that of what happened.
You
No,
told
you
me.
you told.
No. She told me.
Hold on. I'm saying the point is, you told me. You told my dad. He told me.
Yes.
You literally knew before I did. So how did I know
I
2 days?
called him that Monday after you took her to the house and had her confront everybody, and he was laughing at her.
He wasn't even there.
Well,
You realize he
was
hasn't even been on the property? He was kicked off.
He was there at some point.
No, not after that incident.
Yeah.
Maybe she was talking about that day then,
No,
because she told me that she asked him not to touch her because it was inappropriate.
She never
and
told me
he was
that.
laughing about it.
He never
I
told
mean,
me that.
the
and he
question
never
is,
told the girls that.
the question is,
I have a
is
adultful woman who heard that same story I did.
But
Exactly. When I
here's
spoke
a
to the
question.
cop, She goes, "That's very vague."
here's a
She goes,
question.
"That's a very vague story." I was like, I didn't know what to do about it. I was like,
All
I don't.
I did was repeat what she told me.
Okay, but
I get that.
here's
So
here's
did
a
I.
question. How is he supposed to have done something about it if he doesn't know about it? Question: if somebody at school touched her, and you have no idea about it, you've never heard it, how are you supposed to do something about it without having knowledge of it?
Because I told him.
Yes, and eventually,
and, he
and
talked
when
to
it,
Jeremy,
and then when it got to him,
Sunday, when I came and picked up the kids and me and him talked about it, he never said nothing about calling the cops. He said I took her over there and had her come tell
Yes,
everybody.
because we couldn't
Yes.
figure out what to do with the story. We're like, okay, this is very vague. We're going to have to watch him because
My whole thing, the reason why I did that was because it should have been on record.
for what? If the guy didn't do anything on purpose and it was a
What?
mistake.
What if he did do something on purpose
And we
later
were-
on?
and-
Hold on, do you realize that everybody in that house was watching him after that? After I said that, I said nobody ever left him alone with anybody. Everybody, the teenagers.
But that was afterwards.
No, as soon as I found out, the very day, nobody said
I
he
didn't
was.
find out about it till like a week. Yeah, like a week or
okay,
so,
so how
after it happened.
so how was he supposed to have done something if you
Because
don't
I
know
told
to let him
before
know?
I even called the cops. That's what you're not understanding.
Okay.
It's Sunday after we talked about it. When I picked them up, I called the cops the very next day.
Question. If going there and asking, hey, what happened? No. Going there and asking, hey, what happened before you call the cops, before you
Jump
potentially
the gun, put a
take
guy's
the
life
nuke.
in jeopardy.
Well, it's not even that. That's the
I
nuke.
didn't say I wanted to press charges.
Okay,
I just said I wanted
that's
to report.
essentially what's going
Okay,
to happen.
you know what? It doesn't matter if you want to press charges.
And very well, he deserves to go to prison.
You're
if he
right.
did.
Yes, and if he did
He
it,
does.
And so how is it
So
trying to
here-
protect her and calling the cops and reporting it a bad fucking thing?
It's not a bad thing. No, no.
That's what he
No,
said.
no, I'm not.
That's not what I
That's
said.
not what he's saying. Debbie, what he's saying is you're blaming him for not doing anything
No,
about it.
no, I'm not blaming you.
but that's what it sounds
No, no, no.
like.
I'm
Okay.
blaming him. I'm saying
blame him
that
too.
you should have called the cops.
Okay, that's blaming him for
That's
not calling the
all
cops.
I'm-
That's blaming him for not calling the cops. That
He
is.
should have reported it. Is
Okay,
all I'm
point,
saying.
point. The story we got was very vague. We couldn't figure out if he did it on accident or if he did it on purpose.
Okay.
And the story
Jeremy
Delaney
went down
gave,
and talked to him the very next day.
I
he saw
know,
him. Okay.
I know, and he took Melina down there. And then
Okay.
when me and him talked that Sunday,
Okay.
and when I picked up the kids that Sunday, if you would have said, "Hey, I'm going to report this to the cop station," tomorrow,"
I'm not going to report something if there's nothing to report. Point. Yeah. Report that to the cops. What I just do.
Fucking assaulted me.
Point. All we got was he touched her. We don't know if it was. We don't know.
doesn't
Point.
matter.
It does
How-
matter.
How? Okay,
It does matter.
A grown
do-
man is
I do
gonna
kind of
lie.
agree with Debbie on this.
a grown man is going to lie and be like, "Oh no,
Just
I
like-
didn't touch her
We
butt like
didn't-
that. I
no,
just bumped into her."
No, we didn't leave it to a grown man.
No,
point.
no, no, no,
No,
no.
stop,
It's what
stop.
I'm saying was when you were talking to him.
No.
Of course he's gonna
No,
lie and say
you
I
really-
didn't do it.
We didn't talk to him.
I told Francine and every woman in that house to watch him because I was like, I don't know what to do with this story. I don't know if he did it on purpose or an accident.
Well, if
Point.
he didn't do
Stop.
anything,
Let me
then
finish.
he wouldn't have ran.
He didn't run. He still lives in Caldwell.
He was kicked
I have
out.
his Facebook page. Francine kicked him out.
He didn't run. He didn't escape. He.
His story
I'm not
is
even
so-
sure if he knows about this
No,
yet.
actually,
Francine?
Amanda brought it up to him
Okay, okay.
about
Well,
3
when you
days later.
talk to the police.
Well,
and
yeah.
hold on, I told
Yeah.
the police the very same story that I got from Lane, word for word. And I said, I got 6 other women that can verify the story I got. And she goes, that's a very vague story.
And so she told me too.
Exactly. So why am I going to go to the cops for something that may have been an accident?
So you're not going to report something that may or may not have happened to your minor child daughter
No, I'm not going to go.
because you don't know what happened.
No, I'm not going to go and press charges or try to bring a life's guy.
I didn't
Point.
try to
Oh,
press
an
charges.
accusation, especially in this.
Accusation goes on record. That's your report. Whether he point.
Exactly.
Point. So if a man didn't do it on purpose, he is now on record for something.
Why was he in a room alone with small children?
Why am I in a room with small children
Because
alone?
they're your kids.
I'm in Francine's house, and there's kids in the room. Sometimes I walk in there, see what's going on, make sure they're not be fighting.
But you're not sitting there patting them or grabbing them on the
Again, was he falling? Was she falling? Did she trip? I don't know.
Did
the
he
story.
bump her?
butt. So you're gonna take it as a I don't know what
No,
happened.
I'm taking it
rather
as
than
watch the
take
sit-
it better safe than
No,
sorry.
I'm taking it as let's watch this guy, and if we find something credible, we'll press charges on him.
I wanted to report it that way. If somebody else reported it, then something could have been done.
Something was done, and what has
Jeremy,
happened
keep
with
it
the
down.
cops?
Jeremy.
The
Sure,
cops have done
sure.
literally
Tone it down.
nothing.
I know, and that irritates me.
Why?
Then obviously
Nothing happened.
nothing happened.
So you
but
call the
isn't
cops
it
for
better?
nothing.
Isn't it better to be safe than sorry?
No, because now that man's life is on the fucking books for something he didn't do.
But isn't it better to be safe than sorry?
Not in situations like this, because you're ruining a man's life.
I wasn't thinking of fuck him. I was thinking about her.
And so was I.
Okay, there's a way to. Hold on. Hey,
Jeremy, she's got a point there. That one there is a point. You know, be safe and sorry.
I
But you
agree.
You did take it in.
Okay.
You did take it in. You might want to give the police a call.
They said something's on the way. Last time I go down that road over there.
I wish I brought a beanie. Let's see if there's a beanie. I ain't good.
Yes, I called for an officer out here earlier, and 942. Don't remember the road. Yes. Okay. Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, there's one on route.
talk to Debbie real quick.
I don't want to talk to the kids.
Hey, that's what I really like to see. Yeah. I think it's good. We're getting messed up in the weeds here.
Okay.
There's nothing in the kids that is
That's initially what he's saying. It's not okay to call or report something because it would fuck up another man's life. When I'm trying to protect my daughter. They checked it out, and they don't think nothing
That's a
happened.
problem.
Fine, but at least it's on record.
Well,
That way
she
if
did say she
something down the road,
didn't
maybe
press
it's
charges. She
right.
wasn't pressing charges until more information was gathered. And I can.
nothing happened.
Oh, well, the cops think that apparently to her, the cops think nothing happened. I can understand her sentiment of.
I do too.
I can understand
It's
her
my
sentiment.
daughter. I do too.
Yeah, and I can understand the sentiment of taking it to the police. Thing is just because a report's made doesn't necessarily mean prosecution. But it could very well lead that way, even if there was nothing to happen. I get where both sides are coming from. She thinks that you're valuing his well-being over your daughter's well-being. That's what she thinks, though. That's the way she's interpreting the situation. So,
Well, do you let me finish? I was the old cop that beat his ass and took me to there if I found anything
okay,
credible.
that doesn't matter. The way she's seeing it is that, there is, you're valuing that guy over you, or over your daughter. That's the way she's seeing it. That's why she's acting upset.
Nobody in the house is gonna do anything. But there's drugs in and out of Francine's. There's tons of people that
Drugs in and out of Francine's.
I've never seen.
I've never heard of this. I know there's prescription medication prescribed to people.
I know Angel does drugs, but I don't think she does them in the house, and I don't think she's allowed to. Like that's when she goes to Charlie's. And unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that one because it's not on the house. And Francine would not let it on the house.
But I mean, fuck.
Trust me, if Francine thought there was drugs on the house, she'd kick Angel out.
Well, the fact of the matter is, where would Angel hide them? Realistically, she's never alone.
All she does is sleep anyway when she's there.
She's never alone. There's nowhere in that house
It's like I said, when
she
she
could
goes to
hide
Charlie's,
anything.
that's when she goes to Charlie's.
I get it.
invade your house. It's been sleeping in a room. My person sleeps naked. I don't think that's right.
I won't go over there and be like, hey, can I talk to the kids at least? Can I at least talk to them?
That's all I ask. And that is seriously all I ask because a 7 and 9-year-old shouldn't. If it's her daughter, I can't do anything about that. But would you want to see your aunt naked? No, I wouldn't.
Debbie, what?
No, I wouldn't.
After mediation, did I not bring that up to you?
What's that?
The
Crystal
girl sharing
said-
room?
Yes,
Yes.
we
I
already
did.
talked about. We were just talking about
we-
that.
we-
We
did.
talked about that.
Don't mistake me for don't mistake me not going to the cops for lack of caring about Laney. I told the cop myself. I said if I thought he did it, I would have beat his ass and took him down there myself and asked for a cell with him.
Because the reason why I called in and
I'm
talked
not
to a
mad at
cop
you.
about it is because what if 6 months down the road, say 6 months, we'll just give or take 6 months,
And I get that.
and somebody else says, oh hey, he touched my daughter, they can be, oh, well let's pull him up. There's already been somebody say that something might have happened.
Debbie, can I intervene real quick? Can I interject something real quick? Can I go talk to the girls? At least say hi? All right. I just don't want to walk over there.
Right now, and review her face.
I'm fine, I'm okay now.
I just want to say hi. Good morning. I can't give him a hug. Give me a hug. Can I get a hug?
Come here, kiddo.
So you guys doing? How's school doing? How's school doing? What?
Darn that dang it.
Darn gosh. What? What's going on?
I have a report card for Daddy.
Oh.
Oh, I forgot to teach you that.
Wow.
Dang. I have an A in spelling
You have an A in spelling? That's great.
and a B in reading.
It's great. Reading is like one of the most important things you can do.
And mainly A's and C's.
Yeah?
It's all A's, 1 C, 1 B for language arts, and then 1 B.
I'll tell you what, kiddo. If you can get all A's, I'll take you shopping.
Okay.
But you got to get all A's first, okay?
And she's got all S's, which is satisfactory, except for penmanship, which is an S minus, which is understood.
No,
That's just
no,
writing.
no letter grades.
They don't do that.
Okay. I'll tell you what. I make the same deal with you. You get all satisfactory or highest marks, I'll take you shopping too. And depending on how my finances are at the time, what I'll do is I'll take $100, and we'll go shopping with $100.
Dixie.
But you got to get all A's. It's a
You know,
reward for having
Dixie?
A's.
Dixie. This is their new dog.
Oh yeah.
Terrier part husky.
Oh, I can see the terrier. I can
She's
see.
only 12 weeks old.
I can see the terrier in her.
And
She doesn't
yesterday,
listen very well.
the person that had her that we got from our aunt and uncle, he kicked her so hard that her back went like that.
Oh, that's not good.
Her bottom half was like up in the air. I didn't kick her that hard.
Well, obviously he did. If she left the
And then
ground.
We need to give her like a. We got the club. We just need to have the name in the leash because she likes
You're
to
naming
run
it-
off chasing the
what-
cat.
All right, so you named it Dixie. What's the last name?
No idea.
Star.
Dixie Star.
Star. Last name. Gotta have a last name, right?
Yeah. In first grade, guess what?
What's up?
In math and reading, I had
O's? What's O?
Outstanding.
Outstanding. Outstanding.
On math and reading.
Well, that's good. But if you get the highest marks, I'll tell you both. If you guys get the highest marks in your classes, all A's or S's in your case, then we'll go shopping. Assuming I have money at that time.
That's easy for you. You only have one thing that's under an S. That's an S minus for penmanship. Just practice your handwriting.
Yeah. Because if, you gotta read and write, you gotta read and write. That's how life works.
Hey.
What?
Hey. Hey.
What?
Don't.
What? I didn't do anything. I'm just petting the puppy here.
Your middle name. What if you want Dixie Ann Star?
And
Dixie Ann Rico.
yeah. Hey.
What?
You mean.
I'm not. I'm just trying to give you a wet willy.
Maria.
But dry willy?
Daisy Maria. Because Cupcake, and they named her Cupcake Marie Ann. And they stole my last name.
Ah,
My middle name.
that's fine. A lot of people
Cake,
have.
is that the one that had to leave
Yeah.
from
Does you-
upstairs? Yeah.
So
yeah,
only a
he
year.
almost attacked my friend's brother.
Only a year old?
No, she's 12 weeks old.
Oh, 12.
Weeks. She's a puppy.
It's a
She's a
big
baby.
puppy.
Actually, big and tiny girl.
Yeah, as I
We
said,
can't
she's-
let her run
she's
away.
half husky,
Yeah,
so
I'm- I'll make sure she doesn't get out.
she'll probably be as big as Sammy. Not quite as big as Dean.
I can fit in the hole.
Dean's huge. Dean's close to 70 pounds.
Oh
He's
my.
huge.
Well, we had to get
Hey, nope, you're staying in. You're not coming out.
He's just on a farm here.
You-
He has nowhere to run.
Yeah, but are you going to get him when we move?
When we get into a house, yeah.
Look what Dawn gave me.
What is that?
Apron. When she
Oh.
went back to Washington.
I can't see. I'm going to turn on my light.
Okay.
I can't see that.
You look so different.
Me? Yeah, I shaved my beard.
So it is Daddy.
Dixie.
Yeah.
Oh, the butt in the face.
Oh, there's my flashlight.
Oh.
Flashlight. Okay, maybe I can't use my flashlight. All right, never mind.
It's just a blue apron.
Well, maybe I can.
Black.
No,
Okay.
it's dark navy
Oh.
blue.
Dixie.
Yeah, I got my flash here.
It's black.
Oh, it's just a.
Navy blue apron.
Yeah.
I was the manager at the deli.
All right, I'm going to turn that flashlight off because that's bright. That's bright.
Yeah, guess what?
What?
Her old friend called her a B word.
Who?
Judy.
Judy.
Oh.
Now they're just being B words.
Oh, well, that's not nice.
That's why Judy's not allowed to play with you anymore. Because she can't use the proper words.
No, because Mom said if they use any curse words, they're not allowed to play with us forever. No,
What?
just for like a couple months.
Oh, and
So
they
you
called
learn how to talk
they called you that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not nice. Hey, stop it.
Dixie?
Dixie.
No, you're not coming out.
Come here, Dixie.
Really wants
Dixie.
out.
Come here.
Dixie, go.
Come here.
Maybe she has to pee.
I don't know.
I think she just wants to run around, probably.
Yeah, probably.
It's a puppy. That's what puppies do.
Run around and chew on things, huh?
She was on Dawn's hand and the couch.
And my hair and the pillows and
Yeah.
huh.
You know my old backpack?
What?
The one with all the designs?
Yeah?
I have a different one. It says, reach for the stars, be kind, you're awesome.
Well, that works perfectly because now your dog's last name is Star. You're reaching for the puppy.
It says stars. Mine says follow your dreams.
Yeah?
And the other words are be kind, because we go to church. And you're amazing.
It's
It's
awesome.
all true.
It's awesome.
There's this person in my class, Ryder, and he's mean. I had to be partners with him today. Do you know pancake batter?
Yeah.
Do you know how you have to cook it for it to be pancakes?
Yeah.
Before we did it, guess what? He drank the cup.
Of water or pancake mix?
Pancake mix with water in it. And it was really watery.
Ew.
And he drank it. And so did Gabe.
Ew.
Yeah.
You say ew or were you nice to him?
Well, Ryder
Ew.
isn't the nice boy, is he?
No.
Is he the one that started calling you fat?
No, that was Evan.
Evan kid needs to be talked to. Because if he thinks you're fat, then he's blind and insane. Because you are the furthest thing from fat.
You guys are
Yeah, and Ryder
scheming.
called me the F word. Lisa here!
Yeah, that's all right.
That's fine.
That's
As
all right.
I said, girls, they'll talk to you. You'll tell them if you want to go or if you don't. But it has to be your decision, okay?
There's some bright lights. Mommy has this friend.
Eddie. Nope, that's them right there. But, hey, you know your dad loves you. Loves you a lot. If he didn't, he wouldn't be down here. Anyway, on to other conversations.
Don't be scared.
Now, you guys have nothing to fear.
There's nothing, just
And realistically, you guys aren't in trouble.
She's in 4th grade. I'm in 2nd. I have her 2nd grade.
4th grade? I thought you were in like 10th grade.
No.
What?
I'm in 2nd grade.
You know, I think next year you'll be in like college, right?
Nope.
You can also hear us on TV Digital Channel 22.9.
oh, yay. She keeps climbing all over me.
And next you guys are going to be in like college, right?
Nope.
What?
I'm gonna be in 5th grade.
5th grade?
And next year I'm gonna be in 3rd. And then,
You got the jacket on you, right?
yeah. I know.
Do you want...
Oh, here's a jacket since we're not laying on the floor.
Where did Dad go?
Inside the house to go to the bathroom or to
Oh. Huh.
One of them.
Anyway, but you know you guys aren't in trouble, right?
But Molly has his friend named William. He has a Jeep. He has the top. Do you know the top of the
Yeah,
cars?
yeah.
You have those lights. Yeah, he's shining that, and it was like this, and we were playing tag.
Oh yeah, Casey lights?
Yeah, those are bright.
Yeah, I want to get some.
William and Little William?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Mommy's friend William.
Who has a son named William?
What?
They go by William and Little William.
Well, there's too many Williams. I'm the only William allowed.
No.
Yeah, I'm the only one
Your
allowed.
Uncle William.
I thought it was Uncle Liam. Getting downgraded. Upgraded? I'm not sure.
There's Papa.
Yeah.
No!
She won't let me give her a wet willy.
Give her a booger, Willie.
Oh,
No, 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 no. No booger willies.
What? What if I let you give me a wet willy? Hmm.
Don't worry about it.
That. Yeah, that's Alan.
Alan,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's not allowed around the girls or
Yeah.
Debbie.
Guess what? Because he said he has to say sorry to mom because he called her the C word, and he said when I was up there saying that Judy Shane wanted to play until we left to go on I forgot where he said, and he's like, and he said, I'm like Shannon's like, when will you say sorry to Debbie? He's like, when that jackass gets away and gets rid of him. When the jackass gets rid of the fucktard. Then I'll
Oh,
say sorry.
shh, don't you cuss.
Don't use that.
What's up? Dad wants to say hi and give you guys a hug. You guys want?
Tell him to come over here.
Says yeah.
Do you want me to roll down the window or do you want me to unlock the door?
It's fine.
You came down the car to give me hugs?
No, because I can't.
They didn't even do it for me, and I'm their favorite
She
uncle.
has no shoes on.
Oh, I was gonna hold you.
Oh, I'm their favorite uncle.
Ever.
Dad, did you know this is Dot's son that you gave me?
Come here, ladies. You too. Ever forget I love you.
Dad, do you know what shirt I'm wearing?
Who?
This one. Right there.
Awesome.
What's this say?
Daddy,
Come on, honey.
this guy named Ryder got mean to me. He told me to F off one day. And we were doing this experiment. I had to be his partner. And guess what?
Huh.
Do you know pancake mix? We put extra water in there even though we weren't supposed to. And I didn't realize that. And guess what? He drank the cup.
Ew.
And so did Gabe. And it was watery.
Ew.
Yeah, that is. Guess what? Evan called her fat.
What's that?
Evan called me fat.
You
Blind
are.
and dumb.
You are far from fat.
That's what I just said.
One, does he mean pretty hot and tempting?
No.
Forget I said that.
Matter of fact, when you stick out your tongue, you look like a big zipper.
Can I get another hug? I've missed you guys. I know it's been a lot.
Mommy, put Mom's jacket.
Oh, is it cold? You guys need my jacket?
No.
Okay.
Because she forgot to bring a jacket because you're walking up on with the one. Yeah. That's 8 loads of laundry to take home.
You got loads of laundry to take home.
8
Yeah.
loads.
Mine. The dryer's broken.
Fun.
Isaac's house. Is that because they moved back to our house because Sam stole money.
Oh. Sam stole money, but why did I move back?
Because of us. Yeah, we are flying because we missed the.
Love you, girls.
I do too.
Sweets.
That Alan up there? No.
What? What?
Alan called mommy bad words.
That's what you missed.
He called Bryce and mommy a bad word.
Who did?
There's a
Alan.
passenger.
Yeah, he
Oh,
called.
was it the guy that came down the stairs?
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's mainly because Judy up there uses really bad language. And so Debbie said that she couldn't play with them.
I remember
Because
that.
she called me the B word. Yeah, guess what?
And Alan
Alan
got
was-
offensive with her and called her the C word.
You're far from the B word.
She said when the F for effing
Okay.
gets rid of her. Effing hard.
How's school going?
Good. I have an A in spelling. With B in reading. I have all S's besides
One S minus.
I have mainly S's and A's. Mainly S's and A's.
You have a C minus in math, which is awesome. Because math is your hardest subject.
Also because I'm doing multiplication and division.
And you got a B in spelling,
No, it's an A.
A in spelling, a B
What's that?
in reading.
How do you move on?
She still has her cast.
You still have your cast.
It's in our bedroom on her dresser because we all have our own dressers.
I don't have my cast anymore for them, because I had it for a couple years. They start to smell bad.
It's in a.
Oh, okay. 'Cause mine smelled bad. I had to throw it away.
Well, I mean, that might be
All the
you.
lining, we pulled all the lining out. And put it in the-
Mine smelled a lot like Hawaiian means working.
What? That's not possible. Nothing can compare to that.
That's not possible.
Oh, trust me.
No, nothing can compare to that smell.
It was close.
You guys look different because you guys shaved your ears.
I know.
Yeah, I know. I miss it. My face got instantly cold.
I just
I
brushed
told
my
you to
chin against the
keep
metal
it.
of this car.
Well,
You also have a job.
there's a job I'm trying for, yes. Then I needed to be clean shaven for it, which means I got to shave again soon. I have to keep like this for a while.
Stop.
Do you want the beard back, though? All right.
Because when you were done, we were.
Stop. I'm going this way.
Well, once I find out what's going on with the job, then I can get the beard. I just gotta wait till I get the interview, which I don't know when that's gonna
Other
be yet.
window. Wrong
That's
button.
from Lincoln Rooster. So it's
Wrong
it's
button.
getting darker earlier, and you want to get the fire started.
That one.
I don't want to say the fireplace. My dad. And
Hey.
was done with it now.
Hey, you're not old enough to drive yet.
Yes, I am.
Hold on. That being said, she drove your car when she.
Well, I mean, she started in.
I don't know. I think I want to hug and kiss too. Somebody.
Give him a slobbery kiss.
I like slobbery kisses.
Give him a slobbery kiss.
I like slobbery kisses. Got a slobbery one?
Yep.
Ooh.
You're cold. Hey,
Give him a slobbery
Guess
kiss.
what, Daddy?
Give him
We
a
got a
slobbery
new
kiss.
dog.
You do.
She's Fluffy, and her name is Trixie.
Hey, Dad, I'm on 5.
And guess what?
you on 5?
My
5%.
Uncle Adam,
Oh, okay.
which is Bryce's brother, and Michelle, he kicked her so hard her back end went like this.
Right now.
You were
That's why they got her.
It's just
Yeah.
recording.
They just got her last night.
You were
Back
so
end went
odd when-
upward. I was the first one to know because I woke up at 11 because we go to bed at 8 because our bedroom was on and my stomach was hurting and I had a shit face going like this. But wasn't even talking. And then I went like this, Dixie, and she tries to bite my hand. And then I wake up and I thought that was a dream.
You have to let them know that she is only 12 years old.
I'm going to